Oh my goodness, dude. Total and it's doing it again, dude. It's dropping frames again. Oh, this is such a nightmare. Oh, I went total badness. You know what I'm saying? This just went from bad to worse. Okay, so anyway, I got a letter today from the Treasury, right? And I was like, oh boy, here we go. Now they're coming after me for something. You know what I mean? Department of Treasury's coming after your boy. Well, come to find out, man. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Wes. I got it, man. It's going to stop. It's just catching up. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, man. It's trying to rethink this whole process. It was just a restart, but yeah, this is definitely an OBS issue. Oh my God, dude. This is like so bad. You guys have no idea. I should have never touched my settings. Worst idea ever. I won't do it again, I promise. I'll never do it again. I'll never touch my settings again. Right. Okay, so check it out, man. I get this check, right? And at the top, it says 932, listen closely, comma, 254, comma, 336.36. That's what it says at the top of this check as I'm pulling it out. And I'm like, they finally gave me my just a full retirement. You understand what I'm saying? Just here's your $932 million. At least that's what the top of the check says. And then I look down and it's for $32.66. And it's just basically a refund of what I shouldn't have paid that I disputed. It just took 6 months to fix it. Dude, I thought I was rich, bro. I seen the top of that check. No, that's the account balance of where the money came from. That's how ridiculous the government is. From the Department of the Treasury, they tell you how much money's in that account. That's just absolutely absurd, man. I was so upset with myself, dude. I was just sitting there thinking...
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was thinking. Like, I was just sitting right there like, we made it. We made it. We made everything happen. We did it, you guys. We finally made it. Everything's going to be different tomorrow, I promise. And then now we're having stream issues again. And here it goes. Yeah, I don't know what's causing this, boys and girls. I'm looking at everything right now, and everything says we are banging. That's what everything right now says. It says we're banging. So this issue is definitely on the OBS side. Because YouTube says, stand by. We're looking. We're going to look. Stream's healthy. Connection's excellent. Yeah, everything's fine. I see that. I see everything's fine, YouTube, but it's not fine. We're not getting any more power issues. We're not, CPU usage is like 36%. You know what I mean? Just for some reason, we're catching that drop frame. Hold on, you guys. Let me do that. We're going to do it live. Hold on. I'm going to put you guys over here. Hold on. Cancel. Oh, worst stream ever. All right, I'm going to put you guys over here, and then I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to go into the settings. I want to see something stream. We got that. All right, let's try that. Say okay. All right, there we go. Oh, no. No. Wait. Oh, this is terrible. I'm watching a little teeny box, you guys. It's like this big. See where my fingers are? Look. This is how teeny tiny that little box is. It's like this big. It's the smallest little box you ever did see. And I'm just staring at it. And that's what the stream's turned into, is me staring at the stream. All right, we're rolling with it. We're just going to roll with it, dude. You guys ready to roll with it? You don't have to watch if you don't want to. This is absolutely absurd. There it goes again. That's wicked, dude. What is going on? Hold on. Let's try one more thing, dude. Let's try one more thing. Because this is not cool. This is starting to bother me. I should have known better than to, I should have known better. That's all I'm going to say. All right, we jumped way up. CPU jumped way up. Everything jumped way up. But I think we're going to be okay. We're going to see how this one rolls, man. We're going to check this out because I think it's a bit issue. I think it's a bit issue going into YouTube because I turned my settings way, way down to do that last video I did. And then now, yeah, there you go. Now we seem to be catching more of the wave and we're not having any problems. That's what it was. I just needed to go up in my settings. No problem. All right. Are you guys ready for this, dude? So, yeah, I thought I was almost a billionaire. That's how I started my day, dude. That's exactly how I started my day.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
That's exactly what that's how I felt, dude. It was so debilitating. You have no idea. No idea, you guys. All right. So we got some new gear, man. As some of you heard today as we were out there hanging out and having a good time, not really. It was a grind today. It was an absolute grind. We learned that the new rods are fantastic. Absolutely great rods. They feel good. They're very soft. One of the issues that I had today was the fact that I had never felt a fish on those new rods. And then the reels, not really as happy with those reels as I could be. I'm just going to be honest with you, man. I was not as happy with those reels as I could be. I don't think they were as awesome as they should have been. Not for the money that they were, they're advertising them for a grip. And I will tell you, they ain't worth it. Yeah. They ain't worth a grip. I can tell you that right now. I think I'll stick with Lew's. I think from now on, I'm just going to let Lew's carry my reels because after what occurred today, that was just bad. I did not have fun. I had 2 pretty massive knots, and that's 2 more than I've had in like years. Not happy with the braking system. Not happy with how that whole thing worked out. But as you guys saw, man, what's up, Maddie? Everything is back together. The Lew's is back together. The custom TI, I'm super stoked about that. Still waiting on the what is that other one? The custom black. I got to get that thing clean. Oh, there it goes again. Here we go. Yay! I got to get the custom black up and running again. That thing needs a little work. All right, hold on. Let's do this. All right, here we go, guys. The topic of the night, man. So we started throwing that worm in the grass. Changing patterns, like we said. Yeah, new reels, Timmy T. I got 2 new reels, and I got 2 new rods over the week. Let me show you. All right, we'll show you real quick. Hold on. I'll show you, man. They're frustrating me, dude, and I'll tell you why, man. For the money, not the quality I was expecting. Hold on. All right, man, so this is the 7.3 medium heavy Phantom. I like the Phantom. My deck is like covered in camouflage reel rods, and absolutely great rod. Micro eyes and everything, dude. Feels really good. It's got a good solid base to it. I've got that with a favorite Army bait cast reel. You guys have seen that one before. It's fine for the worm, but I don't like the braking system. It catches the wind, dude. It's not good for the wind. It's not made for it. Just does not feel correct. Like each setting is so off on it that it's absolutely, I don't know. From one click to one click should be a little bit, but from one click to one click seems to be a lot more than it should be. That's all I'm gonna say. Then I picked up another one of those same rods, 7.3 medium heavies, but I put the favorite XCS series. 20-pound drag. I'm running 40-pound, 10-pound diameter Seagar Smackdown in Stealth Gray. This thing casts like a mile. It's a 10+1 bearing. The Lew's is a 11+1, the custom TI. But I was like, man, this thing's going to be fire, dude, for the price point. But, if it's worth it. Yeah. First time I cast it, fire. Oh, hey, by the way, it's got a squeaky reel. Squeaky reel, dude. Straight out the box, squeaky reel. Super disappointed. Super disappointed. The rods are fantastic. Reels, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not as excited about them as I could be. What's up, Trisha? What do you got going on? Good to see you. It's been a while. Oh, yeah. Say happy birthday to Maddie. Or not Maddie. Shawanda. I looked at Maddie and seen birthday. Look at me. A Zebco 33, and I'm a pro, son. All right, on a lighter note, did anybody see the new camera angle today? Did anybody see in the live stream me use the new camera angle? Because I'm going to tell you right now, dude, nobody better steal this from me. I'm good. What's up, Random J? How you doing, man? Yeah, nobody better steal this from me, okay? Check this out, you guys. Let me change cameras. Hold on. All right, look at this, dude. I mounted a GoPro. Can you see it? There's a GoPro on the net, dude. So when I say get the net, it programmed the GoPro to turn itself on. How cool is that, dude? It's in voice mode, and the code is get the net, and it turns the camera on, and then I just grab the net and scoop the fish up, and you get it from like the first person view. If you were a human net, this is what it feels like. I thought that was pretty awesome, dude. And it doubles as a release cam pole. So it's going to be epic, dude. Like, I'm changing the game with that thing, man. A net release cam? Wait till somebody steals that from me. I'm telling you right now, dude. Somebody's going to steal that idea from me. All right, good deal, man. Okay, see you guys. All right, I'm going to take the chat down real quick. Sorry, I had to get set up. Let me get a drink. And we're back. All right, guys. So today we were throwing this. We were throwing the pegged 3/16 ounce. Let's see that. Oh, looky there. It even goes in, zooms in, shows you guys what I'm doing. Yeah, I know. Sweet, huh? Okay, so what I did today is I Texas rigged, or what they call weedless, with this zinker. And I'm going to show you guys this because I've noticed one thing today. We had the big umbrella. Okay, we did a lot of testing today. We put the big umbrella on the camera. Fantastic. No overheating issues, charged. I had audio. I had everything I should have had. It was absolutely great. The only issue that I have is that if the wind even blows, then that thing's gone. It's going to break everything I got, dude. It's going to be really bad. And the color is off. I noticed that as well. The color is way off. So I'm going to have to like position that thing like 10 feet in the air just to cover a big area and not be so much right over it because it's really messing the color up on the camera. This is what I was trying to show you guys. Looky there. These are zinkers, all right? This is a 4.5-inch Z-Man zinker. You see these little appendages right here? So they kind of like just, you know, they hang about. They kind of stick up, you know, and this thing's got like a little bit of action to it, but it's buoyant. So it kind of just sits like this and just does one of these things, right? Okay. Well, here's the thing, man. We talked about like, what could I do to like pizzazz this thing up? Well, let's talk about that because here's what we're going to talk about. As the fall transition starts to set in, you're going to notice that fish get a little bit slower, and that's because the temperature of the water is going to be so drastically affected by the overnight colds. Okay, so we have to slow ourselves way down, all right? Unless you're in like South Florida, like down by past South Okeechobee and stuff like that, those water temperatures might not fall as drastically, okay? So the old twitch, boom, like John likes to throw, John and Lindia, they're notorious for the twitch, boom. You can still throw that in those lakes, but up here, like if you get in towards Central Florida, like in my area, that's going to become something you're not going to be able to do for a while. You understand? It's going to start getting a little bit cooler, and it's not going to be as much fun, okay? But what I was talking to you guys about today, Although we set this thing up like this and we used the bullet weight holder, I didn't have one of my green balls, so that was probably why we didn't get attacked today, because I didn't have the green eye to put on there. I got a 3/16 ounce tungsten weight on there. But another way to do that, and a lot of people, they try this, and I try this too. If you're going to swim that worm, this is the way to go. This is the Pro Bullets, and this is, I believe this one's a 1/4 ounce. That's a 1/4 ounce on a 4/0 hook. Okay, and that's a keel weighted, because if I'm going to swim this worm, you know, it's basically this exact thing right here. You know, it's just keel weighted and pointed nosed head, so it's going to travel through grass a lot better. I didn't have any of these in my tackle box when we left. The other ones I got are a 4/0 3/16. So this thing right here will weigh 3/16 of an ounce, which is exactly what this thing on the end of that thing weighs already. Okay, so it'd be just a different, plus you got the keel weight, and the pointed head, and it's affixed to the where your hook is, so it's going to tend to travel through the water a lot better if you're in a retrieval situation, like if you're constantly moving the bait. Another thing that you can try, and I know it's going to sound a little bit crazy, but you can add a little flash. I know what you're thinking. Like, what do you mean? I'm talking like you can bedazzle it, all right? I know what you guys are thinking. You can bedazzle it. Yes. We are going to bedazzle our stuff today, all right? You bedazzle your worm with something like this. That is I think it's a number 1 or number 2. Not quite sure. I'll have to look. I didn't prepare for this. Okay. It's just a little simple spinner. You insert it in the back of the worm, you stick a little super glue on it, you poke it right in there, and you've got a little flashy on the back. So as this thing's swimming through the water, we're going to do this together. We're going to do one. I didn't hook up the overhead cam, so I'm just going to have to insert and show you guys myself how this whole thing works. What do you guys think? Let's ask in the chat. All right, 1 for silver, 2 for gold. 1 for silver, 2 for gold. Who wants what? You guys tell me what you guys think. 1 for silver, 2 for gold. Oh, we already heard that one. Okay, hold on. All right, let's see who said what. I got some 1s in here. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of silvers. Yeah, I think silver is going to be the way to go, too. I think silver is going to be the way to go. Let's bang it out. Let's bang it out. I didn't pre-open these things. Like I said, I spent so much time trying to reset settings, and that just frustrated me. That whole first live launch was absolutely terrible. But now I know why. I was way under my power settings, like way under. My computer processor was like really kicking off. It was hyping itself up because it was having to downgrade the signal so much. Like, I come out pretty hot. I ain't gonna lie. I come out pretty hot on my side, but it's nothing for my computer, but it still was too much for this for some reason, you know? It happens, I guess. All right, but we're doing it together. We're doing it live! And yes, I'm OCD, so staples go back in there in the same holes that they originally went, and it's like the package was never opened. Yeah, that's me. All right, so we got this. Okay, now guys, what we have here is we got a ball bearing swivel, and that's a ball bearing swivel. So what's going to happen is as I'm swimming this worm, right? As I'm swimming this worm, this thing, or the worm is falling, this thing is just going to be fluttering away. I mean, look at the flutter on this thing, you guys. You've never seen flutter like this. Look at that. Good God. Look at the spin on that thing. It's spun probably 4,500 times. You know what I mean? Like, that's just being realistic. Yeah, these things are pretty cool, man, and they work. But the key is, guys, super glue. Because, hey, for all we know, dude, fish might just want to be dazzle worm. You know what I mean? I used to kill them. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I like these kind of things. They're pretty neat, man. All right, so we're going to insert this thing right into the middle of that tube right there, because this is just basically a hollow tube. But we're going to do it in such a way that the little legs don't really affect it, because as we're swimming this thing around, you'll see. You'll find out. I'll show you. Hold on. Got my super glue. Remember, blue, not red. Blue. Red is a hard super glue. Blue is an elastic super glue. Don't forget that. You'll need to know. It's on the test. All right, there's that. Insert that right into the back of the worm while there's super glue all over your fingers. And look at that, guys. Look at that, man. When this thing's moving flashy swimmer style, dude, this thing's going to get you bit, buddy. That is going to get you bit. Yeah, if we had something to deck it out with today, man, it would have been a lot. I think it would have changed our whole day. I got super glue over my fingers. Great. I got to get nail polish remover ASAP. Dude, worst day ever. As long as I didn't get it on my phone. Oh, I'm going to stick my fingers together. You know, this is just how I roll, dude. You guys know me, man. I go hard. But yeah, that'll just be a little bedazzling for your worm, boys and girls. So if you do find yourself in the situation like we were in today, and you were in that fall, or possibly you had to change it up from a stagnant worm or a presentation that was vertical into a grass area where you needed something weedless, but you also needed something with a little pizzazz on it. Yeah, this would have been what I should have thrown today, because that little swimmer at the end would have definitely triggered a few more fish as I was pulling it up, and that thing would have just given a little flutter behind it. Yeah, I think fish would have gone for that. This, I think, would have changed our whole day. There's no way around it. Just put an order in from Bruiser. Bet the boat weighs 30 pounds more right now. Jeez, John, I know that feeling, man. Trust me. I have trouble getting up on plane with all my tackle. Nah, I'm just kidding. Sorry, guys. I had to put that stuff away, man. If I don't put it away, I'm going to break it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it happens every time, man. Something bad every time. John said we had to use about all of our swim baits. I was digging in the bottom of the bait box. Oh, worst day ever, man. Yeah, don't grab your wee. Amen, Mick. That's why in the Army, we wash our hands before we pee. Oh, I can definitely feel my fingernail is glued to my skin. I can definitely feel that whole area right there is glued solid, boys. Oh, and that one too. Solid. Oh, this is going to be fun. All right, how do you get super glue off? I guess you just fingernail polish remover? Mark, I'm going to have kick Tuesday. We're going to be going out on 2 streams next Tuesday, Mark. I'm going to also do just pull. Thanks, Rachel. I'm also going to have to do Kick for the live streams. I think we're going to go fishing live streaming on Kick. We got to work on it. WD-40 question mark. That's a very good question, Wes. It does everything. So why not? We're going to try it. Yeah, and then you find out like super glue and WD-40 is like some type of mustard gas equation, and I end up passing out. That's great.
Yeah, man, other than that, it's just going to be changes like that.
What we noticed today was we started off trying to target specific areas with the worm, and that got the dinks to bite. When we were working out in the Ned rig, that's always an effective tool, pretty much year round. I've noticed that. We cut off one. We made a baby turd today. It was funny, but anyway. Doesn't WD stand for watered down? Yes, John, absolutely. Sometimes it depends where you're at. So yeah, oh, that's all right. What's up, Off the Hook? What are you doing in here, buddy? Rubbing alcohol or WD-40? All right, I'm gonna check out both of those because I definitely glued my finger to my nail. So that's and you guys watched it because we do it live. But that'll just give you an idea, guys. Different pattern changes. Right now, like I said, in the fall transition, you're gonna notice that moving baits are gonna be very effective in the open water areas. We threw the big jig today in the woods. The big jig in the woods, you know what I mean? That wasn't as exciting. We got a bunch of knockoff wood, but we didn't get anything to bite on the jig, so that kind of sucked. And then the worm, like I said, we took the worm into the grass, and that worked out. It ended up being the catching the fish in the transition with the Golden Shiner one knocker crank wrap, not Rapala, but Bill Lewis. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do, man? Like, what are you going to do? It ended up being a rattle trap day, and it was an odd rattle trap, cast that ended up firing right as soon as it hit the water. That fish was already en route for it. Like, it was crazy. So that was more than likely a reaction strike and not as much like just what the bait I was using. It was more like, holy crap, did that thing just land on me? Because that was a monster cast. I mean, I bombed it out there and around the corner of a tree, and it as soon as it hit the water, I was like, oh, I got some grass. And then this thing comes up out of the water shaking and stuff. I was like, hey, that's cool. I'll take that too. Going back to the feeding grounds, John says, yeah, John and Lindy have just absolutely been crushing it here lately. I'm super jealous. I'm stuck on my lake. We almost took a trip today over to, what is that, guys? What's that other lake we go to around the corner from me? It's in the chain. Beauclair. I was thinking about going to Beauclair today, but you know how Signal is out on Beauclair, man. It's real spotty out there. Real spotty on Beauclair. But, I mean, it's just not really, it's not really that exciting. The trip out there plus the canal. And I just didn't want to chase fish around and be having to hit the reset button all the time on the freaking, on the camera and the phone and everything else trying to go live. I mean, I'm not going to do it. But we could have gone back in the channels back in there. It would have been fun. All on video, double boom. Yeah, thanks, John. I know, bud. Trust me. Between me and my filming, not filming, these guys went with me today, man, and watched things overheat and stuff. It was hot today. It was like 9,451 degrees. I swear it was. My hat goes off to anybody that fishes in this stuff because brutal, dude. Absolutely brutal. But then again, like I said, we're getting ready to come into that fall transition. Water temperatures are getting ready to go down. We're going to be looking at doing things like jerk baits in the open water. We're going to be looking at doing things like, actually getting into some of these heavy half ounce. Honestly, man, anything over a half ounce on a jig, I think is a bit excessive. In my personal opinion, the most effective jigs you can have are just quarters and maybe even eighth. Like a micro jig, fire, dude. Micro jig will change your day, but remember, you got to make sure you got the rod, reel, and line combination to throw around a micro jig. And then if you can start working that in little bluegill areas and stuff where the bluegill are an inch and a quarter, maybe almost 2 inches, dude, that thing will get wrecked. It'll get big fish will come in and wreck it, little fish will come in and wreck it, all the fishes will come in and wreck it. That's always fun. Oh my goodness. This thing is just tearing me apart, you guys. The heat was higher than your check. Yeah, no, exactly, Mick. You get it. Dude, I opened up that check and I seen that at the top, buddy, and I was just like, we did it. We did it. My life's going to change forever. Yeah, no, that wasn't at all. I just flowed along. Yep. I hear you, John. I know the feeling, man. I've been in those days. I miss them. My lake's tough for that, man, but I'm going to start figuring this lake out, dude. Somebody's putting fire on this lake at some point, somewhere. Now, see, that's weird because it's doing it again. Unbelievable, dude. Absolutely chaos, man. Well, guys, before it turns into a total nightmare, man, we'll probably just kill this and let me figure out what's going on for next week. So we don't have these issues again, guys. So, listen, I appreciate everybody hanging out, man. And it's been real. It's been fun. We'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.